Makonjola Luatos Nesta, here the headlines. Buhari calls for dialogue to achieve peace in Plateau. Most bandits are Fulani, says Masari. On our political news this morning, those who conducted parallel Congress wasted their time, says APC. Kaduna local government polls, El Rufai loses polling units to PDP. On our business news this morning, Wema Bank trains SMEs on management. Naira weakens to 532 per dollar, despite rising forex reserves. On our sport news this morning, South Africa beats Ghana. Liberia win 1-0 against CAR. Table tennis, Nigerian teenager Boboye claims a giant scalp. On our health news this morning, health workers strengthened to sit at home amid resident doctor strike. Cholera, 16 state FCT record 48 deaths in 1 week. On our foreign news this morning, foreign doctors offer free medical treatment surgery in Kaduna. UK Foreign Secretary heads to Afghanistan's neighbors to discuss evacuation. On entertainment news, Big Brother Naija Season 6, Emmanuel Licro's Pick White Money, Jackie B for Showmax reward. So we'll be right back as we go on a short break.
Egu jegu lọ òsájòsà ìran tó kù kò gbọdọ̀ ṣe bí àti òró. Parí iléeṣẹ́ tó mẹ́nà bí AYOGEN International Limited. Ìjánu lásán ni tẹ̀gẹ̀kọ́ ojúlówó dílà tí ń ta ọkọ̀ tó ṣe gbẹ́kẹ̀lé. Yàtọ̀ sọ́kọ̀ tí ń dojú tì ní lọ́jọ́ nkẹ́ ẹ̀yẹ ni. Nítorí importer and exporter ni wọ́n. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n tún ta imported shoe ojúlówó báàgì pẹ̀lú aṣọ wíwọ̀ ìgbàlódé. Fọ́kùnrin àtobìnrin. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n tún ta àwọn oúnjẹ tí ń ṣara lóore. Tilẹ̀ ilẹ̀ ń fẹ́ ní àbítòkè òkun. Àtàwọn èso tí ń fara lókun láyé ọ̀tọ̀. Iléeṣẹ́ AYOGEN ló tún mọ bá a ti ń bala yẹyẹ fẹ́ lójú. Kábà gbé egun kó gúrégé. Wọ́n specialize in organized event and occasion. Ọ̀dọ́ wọn lọ́kọ́ iléeṣẹ́ tó dá mọ̀ ń gbé ìpolówó wọn lọ. Tó fi ń dórí rédíò àti tẹlifíṣàn nírọ̀rùn. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fẹ́ gbóni tàbí fíìmù jáde. Àti gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ bá nífẹ̀ẹ́ àti sọ̀rọ̀ lórí rédíò. Ẹ jẹ́ kọ́kàn yín ó balẹ̀ lásìkò yìí. Kámẹ́rà ń bẹ́ ńlẹ̀ rẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ fúrẹ́ńtẹ́jì. Iléeṣẹ́ ńlá AYOGEN International Limited wà ní Adémúlẹ̀gùn Road, adjacent Ambrose Grammar School, Ondo State. Ẹ máa pè nọ́mbà wọn 07045021959.
Following the recent attacks in the state, the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, has called for dialogue to achieve sustainable peace in Plateau State. The President made the call in an interactive section with stakeholders in the state on Monday at Government House, Jos. The news agency reports that the Nigeria Interreligious Council and members of the Nigerian Government Forum also attended the meeting aimed at seeking last solutions to the insecurity in the state, represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa. The President said that no attempt to the peace process of peace. The strategy must be inclusive, diverse and transparent and sustained. He stressed the importance of the critical role of traditional, religious, and community leaders in galvanizing peace, and commended Governor Simon Lalong for establishing the Inter-Religious Council in the state. He said the objective meeting was to lay the foundation for the executive of dialogue to facilitate ethno-religious tolerance, justice, strengthen the confidence of the people, and end the cycle of violence in the state through collaborations. Buhari said at the end of the interactive forum, it was expected that substantial assurance would be realized to restore peace and dispense justice. Most bandits are Fulani who profess some religious beliefs, as says Masari. Katsina State Governor Aminu Masari says most bandits are of the Fulani ethnic stock as himself, adding that they speak full-fledged and process the same religious belief as himself. The governor spoke on Monday as guest on Channels Television, when asked about the identities of bandits terrorizing the entire northwest and other parts of the country. Masari said, "They are the same people like me, who speak the same language like me, who profess some religious beliefs like me. The infiltration we have from some West African countries and North African countries are also people of the Fulani extraction. Majority of those involved in this banditry are Fulanis, whether it is palatable or it is not palatable. But that is the truth. I am not saying 100% of them are Fulani, but majority of them are these people who lived in the forest. Of their main occupation is rearing of cattle. So that will be that on our local news. Political news coming up next.
AYOGEN International Limited is an online TV broadcasting where we transmit live about what is happening around the world, like live discussion programs, politics, hot news, including entertainment of Babam Barrier. We also have a studio for renting for your live band show. Pẹ̀lú owó tí ò ṣẹ́ni lé egun ẹ̀. Níbi tó ti máa kọrin pẹ̀lú irinṣẹ́ ìgbàlódé tí a kó dé látòkè òkun tí gbogbo rẹ̀ sì mí fìn nínú ọyẹ́ tí gbogbo èèyàn sì máa wọ̀ káàkiri àgbáyé lẹ́ẹ̀kan ṣoṣo. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ mọrin kọ nílẹ̀ yìí, oríire ti dé. Pàápàá jùlọ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin upcoming artists tọ́lọ́run fún ní ẹ̀bùn orin. AYOGEN International Limited ló ní kí ẹ máa bọ̀ kó yẹ kọrin nínú balùwẹ̀ tàbí lẹ́sẹ̀ títì mọ́. We are also into photography. Níbi tá ti ń yàwòrán tí gbogbo rẹ̀ ó sì málẹ̀ kedere tí ó sì máa dán gbinrin. Dúróná mi ò tí ì parí ọ̀rọ̀. A tún ní àwọn latest video camera for all occasions fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin cameraman. Ṣé ẹ̀yin fẹ́ ya fíìmù ni tàbí orin? AYOGEN International Limited is the answer to all these challenges. Now go straight to their office at 157 Akijagunla bus stop, adjacent St. Ambrose Grammar School, Brigadier Ademole Road, Ondo State. Or you can call them on their line 07045 021959 or 081 3745 4501. AYOGEN International Limited.
On our political news this morning, those who conducted parallel Congress wasted their time, says APC. The All Progressive Congress, APC, has declared parallel local government Congress conducted in some states as futile. John Akpa Udol Edehe, National Secretary of the Caretaker Stroke Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee, CECPC, spoke on Monday, noting that the APC set up committees that conducted the nationwide exercise described the congresses as successful. He said that the next step will be an appeal process that will allow anyone with issues to formally present their complaints. Udo Hedehe recalled that the party informed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, on the schedule of APC congresses. We wrote to INEC stating names of people to conduct the congresses and the venue. We also announced the time of the congress and informed security agencies. If you move away from the organization stipulated by INEC and set up something outside, it is no more APC, he said. Kaduna local government polls, El Rufai loses polling unit to PDP. The Kaduna State Governor, Nasiru El Rufai, on Saturday last lost his one polling unit at Ungwan Saki in Kaduna North local government area of the state. According to the presiding officer, Muhammad Sani, who announced the result of the total vote cast of 159, the PDP polled 86 votes as against the APC's 62 votes for the chairmanship position. In the councillorship result announced, the opposition party also trounced the ruling party with 100 votes against 53. Earlier, the governor had expressed confidence in the voting process, saying that the outcome should be acceptable by all the parties in the election, as it was nearly impossible to rig it. El Rufai had stated that electronic voting machine used in the election is an improvement over the one used in the 2018 local government elections, where multiple voting were experienced. Recalled that eligible voters in the 19 of the 23 local government areas of Kaduna State exercised their civic responsibilities by electing chairmen and councillors on Saturday in the council election. So that will be that on our political news this morning. Business news coming up. We'll be right back. Wema Bank trains SMEs on management. Wema Bank says its maiden SMEs business school has equipped micro, small, and medium enterprises with basic management knowledge. It said that 5-day training program was held in Lagos and featured 50 participants. According to the bank, the beneficiaries were trained in relevant aspects of businesses that will help them effectively run their businesses and respond to challenges in the dynamic business environment. It said the beneficiaries were trained financially, marketing and sales leadership, technology branding, strategy, innovation, and business transformation with highly qualified trainers. The head small and medium enterprises, Wema Bank, Arthur Nkeme, said, for us, it is not just about our customers, it is about our passion in supporting and developing SMEs, creating employment and impacting the economy. SMEs consist of about 90% of the businesses in the country, and they are the highest employer of labor. If we continue to support MSMEs to grow their businesses and scale, they will create more employment and impact the entire ecosystem. He said the training affirmed the bank's commitment and passion for MSMEs that it had supported over the years. Naira weakens to 532 per dollar, despite rising to forex reserves. The Nigerian currency weakened further against the dollar at the parallel markets on Monday, despite the rise in the country's foreign exchange reserve. The forex reserves, which fell to a record low of $33 billion on July 12, have risen to the highest level in more than 3 months. The value of the Naira fell further to 532 per $1 at the parallel market on Monday. The local currency has lost more than 5% of its value since August 4 when it closed at 506 per dollar. The Naira dipped to 723 against the British pound sterling at the parallel market from 722 per €1 on Friday, while the euro rose to 625 from 622 naira. At the I&E window, the naira, however, gained 9% to close at 411.13 per $1 on Monday, according to FMDQ Group. So that will be that on business news. Sport news coming up next. South Africa beats Ghana, Liberia 1-0 against CAR. Both South Africa and Liberia scored in the last 10 minutes of the game as the two sides picked identical 1-0 wins in their second matches of the qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup, Qatar 2022 on Monday. At the FNB Stadium in Johannesburg, Bonkuli Oluwange scored with 7 minutes remaining as the Biafra Bafana beat Ghana Black Stars 1-0 to move top of Group G with 4 points, having picked a point in the 0-0 draw against Zimbabwe on match day 1. Olangwe simply adjusted his foot to direct the ball into the net from inside the 6-yard after a cross from the right. It was a bright spark for Bafana and a huge relief to pick a win at home and coach Ugo Bros his first victory as the head coach. It wasn't a game with so many chances, but the home side would take the victory nonetheless. They had a chance early in the game when Richard Ofori, who plays his club football in South Africa with Orlando Pirates, spilled a cross from Teboho Mokohena after an awkward bounce in front of him. The rebound fell on Mothobi Mvala, but he couldn't hit the target on the half volley. Percy Tau thought he had given Bafana the lead in the 37th minute, but his header from a cross that beat keeper Ofori was flagged down for offside. Table tennis this morning, Nigerian teenager Boboye claims a giant scalp. At 17, Samuel Boboye is making his senior debut as a member of the Nigerian team to the 2021 ITTF African Championships in Yaoundé, Cameroon. But he had not tasted action since arriving Yaoundé until Saturday, September 5. And boy, what a way for the sensational Nigerian teenager to announce his arrival on the senior scene of African table tennis. In his first match of the men's single event, Boboye caused a major upset when he convincingly beat Olympian Larabi Boria of Algeria 4-0 in first round. The Nigerian National Junior Championship showed a maturity that believed his age in this superlative encounter with the number 19 seed. And that will be that on Sport News. Our health news coming up next. Health workers threaten to sit at home amid resident doctors' strike. The Joint Health Sector Unions, JOHESU, and Assembly of Healthcare Professional Association have vowed not to go back on their 2-week strike notice. The union's threats came amid the ongoing industrial action by the National Association of Resident Doctors, NARD. The federal government has scheduled a meeting with them on Tuesday. Charles Akpan, the Deputy Director, Press and Public Relations in the Ministry of Labour, issued a statement on Monday. Ministry Chris Ngige will chair the meeting at the Ministers' Conference at the room at 2 p.m., Akpan announced. On September 3, JOHESU gave a 15-day ultimatum over outstanding welfare allowances owed to its members. Their demands include adjustment of consolidated health salary structure, CONHES, as in consolidated medical salary structures, since 2014, and payment of withheld April and May 2018 salaries of members in Federal Medical Center, Owerri, Youth, and Luth. They want a review of the defective implementation of COVID-19 special inducement and hazard allowance implementation of National Industrial Court of Nigeria, NICN, Alternative Dispute Resolution, ADR. The workers are demanding assessment of consent judgment and other court judgments increase in retirement age from 60 to 65 years for health workers and 70 years for consultant health professions. On the spread of cholera, 16 states, FCT records 48 deaths in 1 week. On the health of cholera, 16 states, FCT record 48 deaths in 1 week. The latest epidemiological report released by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control on Monday revealed that 16 states and the Federal Capital Territory reported 2,127 suspected cases of cholera and 48 facilities between August 23 and 29, 2021. The report read, in the reporting week, 16 states plus FCT reported 2,127 suspected cases, Bauchi 855 amongst others. Of the suspected cases, there were 32 RDT confirmed cases from Adamawa, and amongst others, of the case reported, there were 48 deaths from Bauchi, 10, Kano 7, Katsina 7, amongst others. No new states reported cases in week 34. That will be that on our health news. Our foreign news coming up next. Foreign doctors offer free medical treatment surgery in Kaduna. A team of foreign Doctors Without Borders on Tuesday offered a free medical diagnosis, treatment, and surgery to Kaduna citizens suffering from different kinds of ailments. The medical outreach was in collaboration with Reverend Tunde Bolanta, Overseer Apostolic Restoration Bible Church Ministries, World and Ashafa Mosque. The news agency of Nigeria reports that the treatment took place at the Mercy Angels Hospital, Ungowan, Rimi. Dr. South Quartermont, the team leader of the foreign doctors from the United States, said over 30% of the patients who registered needed surgeries. We are in Nigeria for the period of 2 weeks and we have handled over 100 cases. We will continue to treat all those that registered before leaving the country. We have no target number of cases to handle, but we will do our best, he said. Speaking on their reason for offering free medical services, Quartermont said when he was in medical school, he felt the call from God to help people all around the world, and God led him to Africa and eventually to Nigeria. UK Foreign Secretary heads to Afghanistan. UK Foreign Secretary heads to Afghanistan's neighbors to discuss evacuations. British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab said he will travel to Afghanistan's neighbors on Wednesday as he defended the UK's government approach to the country following weeks of scathing criticism from across the political spectrum. During nearly 2 hours of questions from lawmakers, Raab insisted Britain had prepared for all eventualities ahead of last month's Taliban takeover and would continue trying to help those fleeing the new regime in Kabul. ahead of visiting the unspecified countries to discuss allowing vulnerable Afghans entry and onward toward travel to the UK. He said the Foreign Office was dispatching 50% rapid deployment teams to continue London's evacuation effort. Britain has opened talks with the Taliban over the safe passage of its remaining nationals and allies out of Afghanistan and dispatched senior civil servant Simon Gass to meet with Taliban representatives in Doha. It is the first publicly disclosed diplomacy between London and the Taliban since Britain joined the United States in the mammoth airlift of more than 100,000 people out of the country after the Afghan military's capitulation. I'm going to the region tonight to test the accessibility of this arrangement, Rab told the cross-party panel of MPs grilling him at special watchdog hearing. We've got to keep to those borders open, and I think third part of this is giving those third countries arrangements and that they can feel confident in perhaps support as well. So next coming up is our entertainment news. Big Brother Naija Season 6, Emmanuel Licrow speaks white money, Jackie B for Showmax reward. Big Brother Naija Shine Your Eye Week, 7 head of house, Emmanuel and his deputy Licrow have picked White Money and Jackie B as their partners for a Showmax reward. This comes after their assumption of their offices or as HOH and Deputy HOH following the games on Monday, day 44 of the show. During the game, Emmanuel emerged with 26 points and he was crowned with the title of the head of house and became immune for this week. And that will be that on our breakfast news this morning. Thanks for watching. I want you to continue to follow us on our YouTube channel, Instagram, AYOGEN online television. Thank you. Have a nice day.